Welcome back to my channel. It's the Internet Auntie, Auntie of the Internet, soon to be self-proclaimed world-renowned writer, poet, and international icon by the name of Tap In With Me. In the comments, how are y'all doing today? We're here with another story time, and we're going to talk about how I almost had to squabble up the Popeyes drive-thru worker. Now, I don't condone being mean to drive-through fast food employees or whatever, but this lady had a real problem, and y'all gonna see as this story progresses. Anyways, me and my friend, we do this little, before he moved away, we did this little thing how we used to meet up at nighttime and go get something to eat, because that's when we be talking, roaming the streets, listening to music real loud, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool, you can do that. And we decided we wanted Popeyes this night, and we had called the other homegirl like, we finna get some Popeyes and we finna pull up on you feel me? So this is like a typical night for us. It's a good night. I didn't order extra biscuits because the biscuits and honey bomb from Popeyes, you feel me? The other homie had told me to put the honey on the chicken, take the thing with the honey, so I'm like, cool, we finna eat good tonight, and we finna pull up with the hunger, and she finna eat good with us. You feel what I'm saying? So, okay, let's start by saying, first of all, Popeyes is not that good to have, like, it's to have a 40-minute line, but we had time to kill, you feel me? We young, wild, and reckless. So I'm like, cool, whatever, we getting our orders right, calling everybody like, what you want. And then, let's also say, Popeyes too expensive to be fast food that tastes like it do for you to have an attitude at the window. Now I understand you get a whole bunch of energies, but it's like, oh no, you didn't, I'm the wrong one. I'm not the one or the two when it comes to like unnecessary attitude, because I be saying thank you, please, no ma'am, yes ma'am to the people in the little thing, because I know their job already weak. So it's like, I'm not gonna make it even weaker. So I'm not like, we already talked to the lady, and the lady like,
what else do you want? Is that all you want? No, you can't have two separate orders.
She was kicking fire through the little machine. She was kicking fire through the little speaker. How we like, she had a long night, cause obviously it's like, what, like almost 11, close to midnight, you feel me? So we like, yeah, whatever, we finna just get our food and bounce out, you feel me? Now how it is, I order spicy food and I order hot sauce. When we get to the window, first of all, she forgot to give us our drinks. So we had to spin around the drive-thru, and luckily we were like the last people in the drive-thru. So when we got back to the window, it's all like, I forgot y'all drinks. And it's like, yes you did. Then we looked in the bag and she didn't give me no hot sauce, and I asked twice. Every time I would ask for hot sauce, please, it wasn't making it in the bag. It wasn't making it into nothing. So we was all like, okay, if we spent around for the drinks, we can just spin around one more time for the hot sauce. That's where the problem came, because she think like,
you're here again? What do you want? And I'm all like,
hot sauce, so we can bounce out. We didn't want to come around again, because the second time we had to wait in the line just for some hot sauce, because the doors after closing time or whatever, they closed the dine-in. So it's like, if I needed to, I would have just ran out, because I tried to. I told the homie like, park right here, I'm gonna run out and get some hot sauce and then come back, because it's like, but that second time we had to wait in the line, so it's already like animosity between me and her, because you didn't already kicked fire through the speaker, got irritated, thought we was lying about you not giving us our drinks, and then forgot the hot sauce. Every time I tried to get the hot sauce, you didn't want to give me no hot sauce. And it ain't that serious to be getting mad over no hot sauce, but this is what happens that makes it just like,
dun 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 dun.
she throws the hot sauce in the car. Attitude. She threw the hot sauce in the car with an attitude, and me, I don't drive, so it hit the homie, and it like, you know, like, no, she didn't just throw no hot sauce in the car, so I threw it back. Was turned into her like, you know what? After that whole hot sauce situation, we had to go in the drive-thru again, because when we started checking the bags, we noticed she forgot the homegirl order. So it was all like, oh, we didn't throw this hot sauce back at her, threw this hot sauce back at the window or whatever, because she slammed. It was such like a forceful instance over some hot sauce. I was like, we gotta go back in the line. Like, that's crazy. This is how this finna go. How then we get our food? Cause she tells them, like, she sees us at the window and she told the manager, like, yeah, I'm not finna help them. But we like, you're gonna help us because at the end of the day we bought some food and it's missing out this bag. So then the manager like, you're not gonna disrespect. She told me that you guys do the hot sauce or whatever. I'm all like, okay, and I throw it again and I'll throw it again after that. Matter of fact, tell her to step outside. Cause I'm fired up at this point. Cause y'all done ruined our order. We behind schedule. Although we wasn't really doing nothing. We behind schedule. And then you turn around and you throw some hot sauce in the car and then get mad that I threw it back. Miss Cheryl. And I ain't even covering her name this time. Miss Cheryl, step outside. Step outside. Because I ended up learning her name because they was all like, oh, because she was all like, we was telling the manager the problem because this lady like in her mid-50s, y'all, mid-50s, 60s, she definitely had a granddaughter she could have called like I told her to, because we could have waited. We had time. We had a lot of time, matter of fact. So she in the background.
They got me messed up. They doing this, they doing that. They do the hot sauce at the thing. They do the hot sauce. You can't be throwing the hot sauce. They got attitudes to the thing.
I'm like, first of all, you're not gonna overtalk none of us because you could have said something. You could have said something. I know my friend who's driving, he just like, are we serious? How the manager is all like, let me get y'all stuff because granted, y'all, how then she in the back, all over the Popeyes thing. How I asked her like, what's the issue? Do you need an issue? Is it an issue? Talk to me nice. How then she like, she cussed me out. She cussed me out like, cause she had slammed the thing. How? Cause you're inside the, okay, so y'all know how drive-thrus is. She's inside the thing. We are in the car. Why are you out hanging out the window? How I was telling my friend like, I'm a snatcher. I'm finna snatch her. How then I was like waiting on the time. The time is right because people kept getting in her way, but she kept making her way at the little window thing. So it's all like, you got the little window thing, I'm finna snatch you through it, lady. Cause it's all like, you didn't make me so mad. Cause it's all like, how dare you? You got a granddaughter you can call. So when I tell her that, like, call your granddaughter, cause I'll wait. Like, I'll wait. We'll wait outside for your granddaughter to pull up. We'll wait outside for you and your granddaughter to pull up. That's when she let me up, and she was talking about how she snatched me through the thing. It was a whole bunch of snatching. How then they ended up prying her from the window, and then they gave us our food and we left. But it was at the same time, I was all like, I had told him to stop the car. Like, you know what? Let me knock on the door. Because maybe she going to hop over the counter. And I'm finna whoop this old lady off her feet. Ooh, I'm finna whoop this old lady off her feet. I was so thirsty to beat this old lady up because, first of all, I feel like it was a level of disrespect. Like, first of all, don't treat every customer like it's the same customer. I don't care if that person cussed you out before. Obviously, y'all not doing y'all job right. Y'all forgetting food. But that's neither here nor there. We didn't do that. We was really on some, we finna eat good, and you just ruined it. Like, they didn't ruin it. The food was still good. The food was still good, and it was a good night still. But it was like, no, this old lady didn't. But then you know what's crazy is after that situation, we went back to the Popeyes because it's the only Popeyes by our house, and we never saw her again. But I was definitely asking like, where's she at? Because I'm that type of person, like, once you like make me mad and we in the, what is that, restaurant business, food business, like you work at the grocery store I go to or whatever. I live in a small city, so it's like, first of all, we're gonna see each other again, and now I'm gonna give you a hard time every time I see you. And bet you're not gonna mess with me, cause you don't want no fade. In the beginning, like, I just get to the point where it's like, I'm ready to fight, cause the city's so small. Why would you even cause friction between us? And the city's so small. But yeah, I never seen Miss Cheryl again. Hopefully they moved her, or she got a better job, or she went on disability. Because she was old enough to. She was an older lady. That's why I kept screaming like, you got a granddaughter. You got a daughter. Like, let me just, like, Like, let me do it to y'all. Let me do it to y'all, because I'm going to do it to y'all. I'm going to do it to you, matter of fact. But I don't want to do it to you because you old. Life alert type old. It was ridiculous. She was hanging out that window screaming. I would never forget that, because it's like, you threw the hot sauce at us and got mad that we... And it was just blowing me that we had to keep going back. But, yeah. Make sure you check the description box. Links and things and links is in there, you feel me? It's some black YouTube content creators that I know y'all will love. That I know y'all will like. Because I love them. And if you love me, I know you'll for sure like them. And it's different content, like I love it. It's where to find some press-ons in there, and where to find some podcasts in there. Talk to y'all later. Wishing everybody peace, joy, and prosperity.